Holy cow, that took me so long to get set up. Okay, so today we're making a video that is basically just me trying to catch up with all the crap that I get in the mail, and that may seem like a boring video, and it probably is, but you know what? I gotta make it because these people sent me this stuff and I just don't have time to do individual videos for what amounts to all pretty small things. They're kind of hard to make an entire video for. I don't know if these brands were expecting an entire video about their one small item. If they were, apologies in advance, but it is what it is, and we're gonna show people your stuff anyways. So the first thing I want to talk about is actually not something that was sent to me, it's something that I bought, and it's something from fellow content creator, YouTuber, photographers that I've followed for quite some time. You may know them, you probably do, Jody Dewberry and Brendan Vanson. I'll link all their stuff below, but they started a coffee shop in Lagos in Portugal, and it's called The Coffee Studio. I'll also link that down below, and I thought what better way to support them than to order some of their coffee. So I've ordered 2 bags of their coffee, this Boji from Ethiopia, and then a Sonora from Costa Rica. I got just small bags of each because, you know, I'm a big coffee drinker, but I'm a convenience-based coffee drinker as opposed to really taking the time and grinding my own beans and whatever. But for them, I will do the work. So I've got a cup of the Boji right here, French press, just fresh out of it, and it is absolutely fantastic. I don't really know what to say. Ethiopian coffee, if you guys are into coffee, Ethiopian is my favorite region for coffee beans. There's just something about Ethiopian coffee beans it's got a very unique character, and Costa Rica is my second favorite, so that's why I chose these 2. They offer a bunch of different bean varieties. They give you a lot of information on the packaging. They will roast them to how you're going to use them, whether it's filter or espresso or whatever. However you're going to make them, they'll roast them to that specification, and it's fantastic coffee. So go check them out, check out their stuff on the internet, check out the Coffee Studio, and if you're in Lagos in Portugal, is it Lagos or Lagos? It's one of those two. Go stop by and get some coffee. While my coffee gets cold, we're gonna talk about another item that was sent my way, and it's from my friends at SmallRig. And I've had this item on various kits that I've shot content with over the last few months. I've had it, I think, since November is when they sent it to me, but it's hard to make a video about just this one thing, and I've talked about it before, but it's this rotating handle right here. So this cage is it's actually for a camera that I don't have yet. It's on its way. It's a little project that I'm doing with a special little camera that I'm gonna rig out to do some sort of more cinematic work with. But this handle looks like any other handle. It comes with its own little NATO rail that you can put on the side of any camera cage. Brendan and Jody, we're gonna move your coffee out of the frame because I keep elbowing it. But it's really handy if you have a cage with a NATO rail on the side already, because it will just slide on. But if you don't, it comes with that little piece right there on the side, so you can just slide it on. It locks into place so it's not going anywhere, and then you tighten the thumb screw on the side and you're in business. Now, it's not really any different than any other handle. It's got a cold shoe on the top. Like most SmallRig stuff, it comes with the hardware to attach it. Like it comes with the Allen key, which is really handy. But the special thing about this handle is it's got this little thumb trigger on it right here. And when you push that, the handle will rotate in any direction and sit at any angle that you stop it at. And what that's good for is when you have a fixed handle and you're shooting down low or you're shooting up high, it's actually kind of hard to hold the camera. So if you can turn, I'm gonna stand up, if you can turn the handle and you're shooting down low, you don't have to hold it like this, which is awkward. You can turn the handle and then you've got a nice stable platform to shoot with. Just like with the other stuff, I will leave a link to this SmallRig handle below. Shout out to my friends at SmallRig for sending this to me. I think I said I would make a whole video about it, but man, it's hard to make an entire video out of one thing. This whole setup here is, well, it's not all SmallRig, but the top handle, the side handle, and this tripod are all SmallRig. So anything you need for rigging out your camera. They also have this amazing little multi-tool that doesn't have a knife on it, but it's great for anything camera cage related, so you can travel with this thing. One of my favorite things in the entire world, that little tool. Handle's great too. Links below. SmallRig, I love you. Okay, so third on the list is a new light from We-Lite. So We-Lite is lighting from Viltrox. You're probably very familiar with Viltrox. They make lenses. Viltrox, if you end up watching this, I know you're kind of mixed into another review here. If you want to send me any lenses for Fujifilm cameras to review, you know how to get a hold of me. I would really love to review some of your wide angle fast aperture stuff. Just throwing that out there. But anything in general, call me. So the light that they've sent me is the We-Lite S03. That's the box right there. It comes in a few different colors. The one that they sent me is this very lovely, are you gonna focus on the light? Very lovely yellow light, the S03, and it is a full RGB pocket video light. And the nice thing, well, the interesting thing about it actually, there's no external controls anywhere on this light. There's an on-off switch and a USB-C input. It's plastic, it's lightweight, but it feels pretty well made. The unique thing about this is, so all of my lighting in here is We-Lite. So I've got the Ninja 300, and I can't remember what this one's called, but it's all We-Lite, my whole studio lighting setup. And I've got the main light here on channel 1, so I can turn that off and on with my smartphone. I've got my key light on channel 2, so I can turn that off and on with my smartphone. And I've got this guy on channel 3, and I can turn that off and on with my smartphone with the We-Lite app. And just to be able to control a 3-light studio lighting setup, I can control up to 19 lights with this app. So if you had a bunch of these and then, you know, this big dome light in the corner and then a key light, you could do so much stuff with this app and with We-Lite in general. So yeah, if you're looking for a really flexible app-controlled RGB LED lighting setup, check out Viltrox, check out We-Lite. Again, links down below. Thank you very much, Viltrox and We-Lite, for sending me this S03. And the colors are really cool. The colors are very cool. Fourth on the list, or we have fourth now? Yeah, I've got a couple of microphones, USB microphones from Maono. I believe that's how it's pronounced. It's always a real gamble talking about how to pronounce some of these company names, but I believe it's Maono. This is, hang on. So this is the Maono desktop USB microphone set, and it's a nice little set. It's got a little windscreen on it to stop you from popping your P's and hissing your S's. It comes in a shock mount, a quite nice shock mount. It's a directional microphone, so you want to aim it in the direction you're recording. It comes on this stand with a nice weighted base on it and a really long USB cable, which is detachable, which a lot of microphones, the cable's not detachable, so if you ever damage it, the microphone's basically garbage. So to have a replaceable cable and to have it be that long, so if I wanted to record a little bit better audio and use this microphone, I could run this over underneath into my computer and record external audio that way and sync it up in post. I have done that before. This microphone sounds great. I've done a few voiceovers with it so far. If you've seen some recent videos, any voiceover stuff was done with this microphone. And any voiceover stuff that's coming up in the future, I would say 1 to 2 videos will definitely be with this microphone. So if you want to hear the sound quality, go have a listen to those. Maono also sent me this little microphone here, which is called the Fairy. Maono Fairy Light. There's the box. So same kind of deal, it's a directional microphone, but this one's got volume control for the mic and for headphones right on the mic. It's got a headphone input, which is nice. This has got a replaceable USB-C cable as well and a nice little desktop stand. So if you're looking for something for podcasting or yeah, just any sort of on-the-go voiceover work, you could travel with this microphone no problem. It's a nice compact setup, whereas this one is more of a professional, stay in your recording space sort of microphone. So shout out to Maono for sending me these 2 microphones. Again, links down in the description. Okay, so Scott, what the hell have you been up to lately? Well, I just took a trip with my family to Harrison Hot Springs Resort, which is a local volcanic hot springs here, just outside of Vancouver, about an hour and a half outside of downtown Vancouver, if you're familiar with the area. If not, you can look it up if you want. I have sort of had a renaissance with the Canon EOS M system, which is right on cue for me because I'm pretty sure the EOS M system is dead. The last camera that was released was the M6 Mark II, and nothing since then, no new lenses. There's been some third-party stuff that's been released, but yeah, it's just like me to really get into a camera system right when they're not gonna support it anymore, because that's what I do. So I brought the EOS M5 with me, with the 15-45 kit lens, and then I also picked up a Viltrox EF to EFM adapter. It's not a speed booster, but it allows you to use Canon EF and EFS lenses on M bodies with full autofocus. So you can use them natively just like you would on a Canon DSLR body. And with that, I brought a 70-210 f4, I believe, and 50mm f1.8. Used them both on this adapter. Shot some photos and some video with this camera. I've just sort of come to realize that I've had this amazing camera that has been sitting in my studio for 2 years just recording these talking head things, and it's better for so much more than I've been giving it credit for. The only reason that it's been stuck in my studio is because you cannot beat Canon's dual pixel autofocus for these kind of videos. There's no comparison to anything else. Like Fuji, Sony, Panasonic's just not great in general for autofocus. Olympus, Nikon. The autofocus on a lot of those cameras is excellent, but there's just something about dual pixel autofocus and these sitting down talking head videos that it's just so perfect. It never goes out of focus, never. It can be a little tricky when you try to block your face and focus on something else, because the face tracking will stick to your face even when your face is like 80% blocked. It's wild. So yeah, Canon M system. I can't believe it took me this long to really get into it, but I am now, and that's what this cage is for. So that is the big sort of, you hear that? People are really cool with their very loud trucks and $2 a liter gas here in Canada. So this cage is for a Canon EOS M. So the original Canon EOS M camera, the original EOS M, it's very small. It's got the same lens mount, so I can use this. I can use the kit lens. I've got this M42 adapter. Right now I've got a Helios 442 58mm f2 lens on here. For those of you that know what this lens is, you know how special it can be. Especially for video or for photos where you're doing some weird background blur. It's got a nice swirly, sort of magical looking bokeh. The Canon EOS M is able to utilize Magic Lantern RAW. So I can load Magic Lantern RAW onto that camera and shoot RAW video, 14-bit RAW video, 2.5K. I think it'll shoot 4K or 5K, but I think it's a little unstable on that camera. So I am going to attempt to do some cinematic stuff with the Canon EOS M and 14-bit RAW video. It's probably going to be 2.5K, but that's going to be my next little project, is really seeing what I can do with Magic Lantern and the Canon EOS M. So stay tuned for that. Shout out to everybody who sent me stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.